Hello and welcome yet to another episode of Public Conscience on Radio, the anti-corruption program produced by the Progressive Impact Organization for Community Development, PRIMOG, with support from the MacArthur Foundation. I am Okiri Agbonsuremi, and my co-anchor on the program, as usual, is Adaobi Obiabomo.
Thanks for joining us on Public Conscience on Radio. We seek to evolve a corruption-free society through the amplification of corruption reports done by our partner media organizations and drawing citizens and government attention for democratic actions against it.
And after a lot of efforts in our campaigns against the extortion at birth registration centers across Nigeria, we can report that many citizens are now getting the birth certificates free, but there is still some extortion in some places, particularly in the states outside of Abuja, where the campaigns have been more intensive, where and we have a coalition that is also helping to drum up the campaigns there, and the NPC is equally assisting to take the messages. So as you travel home during this Christmas and the New Year period, please take the message along that birth certificate is free. It is free of charge. The federal government has already paid for it. So we encourage you to do everything possible to tell just one or two persons out there that the birth certificate is free.
Many of the birth registrars from the National Population Commission, NPC, have stopped demanding for money before issuing the birth certificates. And many citizens are now aware that they don't need to pay for birth certificates for their children if that child or children are below the age of 18.
If you are going to celebrate, please don't celebrate too fast, because like we told you, there are still some problems. There are still centers, even in Abuja here, where the registrars can still demand for money. So what we are asking you to do is to stand your ground. And the officials, the top officials of the NPC have assured us that they have told everyone that they are on their own, OYO, if they collect money, because they have instructions not to collect money. Today on the program, we have the Territorial Director of the NPC, that is the National Population Commission in the FCT, Suleiman Bello, with us in the studio. Mr. Bello has been working with us in our campaigns in the FCT, and we are very glad to have him here today. He has helped us to mobilize the registrars. We have met them on several occasions. And we also have Nwambu Ebele, the HOD Vital Registration NPC in Abuja. Both of them are in the studios. Let me first welcome Mr. Bello to the program. Thank you so much for joining me on the program.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you, Ebele, for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity like this.
For you to participate, you send us your message on 0902 265 6167. And that is 0902 265 6167. Please make your messages brief and straight to the point.
And for those who can call, we will open the phone lines shortly so that you can interact with our guests in the studio. And the Territorial Director, the National Population Commission in the FCT, and we also have Nwambu Ebele, who is the HOD Vital Registration NPC in Abuja. Some of you have been demanding when we run this program here, is that where are the NPC officials who want to interact with them, want to talk to them? They are right here, and they are not just here, they are here in full force. The HOD in charge of vital registration, and then the Oga Patapata, as we say it here, is here, the Territorial Director. So let us begin before we come to the issue of birth certificate. There's one that is going on that I want you to quickly give out information, because I can see that a lot of people may not even be aware that there's a demarcation going on in Abuja ahead of the upcoming national census. Mr. Bello, what is this demarcation all about?
Yeah, it is an activity that must be done before you can even schedule a head count, So it is the division of the entire 774 local government of the country into smaller unit or area that can be counted by a pair of enumerator during the actual census or head count. or what you popularly known as population and housing census.
But do we have a date for the coming census? We don't have a date.
There is no date until we
this
complete.
has been done.
Yes.
So what form does this take?
Yeah, what it takes is this. We have trained our field functionaries, and they go out and take all the structures into account.
They are not counting the people now.
No,
they are not counting the human beings.
It's sampling. They'll do sampling, kind of, counting, to achieve a certain threshold. When that threshold is achieved, then a boundary is identified.
So that you know how many.
Yes. So at the end of the day, this is like establishing the frame for a head count.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like establishing the frame for the head count.
How long is this going? Are we sure that citizens are aware?
We have been carrying out this publicity, advocacy, and it is part of it. Well, Abuja is massive. Some other local government, it will end by December 25th or 26th, whatever. But in Abuja, we have to divide Abuja into two, Section A and Section B. We are hoping that we'll be able to complete Section A.
When you say Abuja, you're talking of AMAC?
Yes, AMAC only. Yes,
only.
Abuja Municipal only. Of course, we are done with the other 5 area councils. Okay. So it is only AMAC. Of course, AMAC is massive. If you multiply by 3 the other area councils together, AMAC will still be, bigger or larger.
In terms of the number of people who live
yes.
there. Okay.
So, unfortunately, however, Mr. Bosreme, let me add that we are having this pocket of resistance here in Abuja municipality where you have elite.
It's not security, because people will want to, if you carry something now and say I'm from NPC, before they will allow you to near their premises,
yes,
they will need to ask you questions.
In fact, a lot of questions.
Are your demarcators properly identified?
Of course, they are identified. In addition, we also, in order to give confidence, we give them official letter to some of these places, institutions, and so on.
To allow them access.
Yeah, to allow them access to do their work. Yeah, some will even call me, because my number is there. They call me to ask. They don't have confidence. And some will decide to give appointment for them, something that is time-bound. They give their own time to our demarcators to come back. So it's quite a funny situation.
You have heard now the demarcators are around. Allow them into your vicinity.
They
just ask simple questions, and those simple questions, they take them away. I don't think any demarcator will spend more than 3-5 minutes in your environment.
Thank you.
And they just take it and they go. But let's come to the issues on hand. The birth certificate and what it means. That will be.
Yes, Mr. Bello, I'll direct this question to you. How important is the recording of births and deaths in the country?
Very, very important. Important to the child, important to the parents, important to the country, to the government. One, for a child, it gives the child, confer a legal identity on the child. Because after naming, the next thing is register the child.
And the birth certificate.
And issue birth certificate. So that child now has all the legal, rights.
If my child is not having a birth certificate, the birth is not registered, what are the implications?
The implication is that he doesn't have any national identity.
We can actually say
so the child does not exist.
Of course, he's not existent.
As far as the records is concerned.
Yes, you can imagine if you allow me to cite example. The other time, the citizenship of a contestant was challenged.
Yes.
So if he had a registration, it's not possible. So you need this first identity for the child.
It's actually the first identity you
Thank
have.
you.
The birth certificate.
So, and then it also, we are getting data from it. So all form of social services that are later required by the child, if this data is acquired, can now be put in place. The child will need to go to school. The child will need to go to hospital.
So we can say that we need this data for national planning.
Thank you. For development.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But are citizens required to pay for these certificates?
No.
You wanted to say that again and again.
No payment. It is free of charge for age 0 to 17. It is only when a child has reached the age of 18 that he or she is required to now obtain attestation.
And how much is attestation?
Attestation is just 2,500. That's all.
Okay. Now,
but until then, it is free.
Free.
So
you can
we have won our registrars all over the country. In fact, the national headquarters is not.
But why are you not
punishing
people? We are going to ask you, why have you not punished anybody? But let's come to what are the requirements for those who are listening to you now. When I want to get a birth certificate for my child, or if even I'm going there by myself, I'm under 18. What are the requirements? What should I take to the registrar, the registration center?
You don't need anything.
Do I need to take the child along?
No, you don't.
You don't need to take the child along. Just the information.
The parent, you have all the information about your child.
Yes.
The date, the name, and so on.
So if your registrars insist because you don't want to pay, they say go and bring the child, they will be doing the wrong thing.
No, that is wrong. That is wrong. I don't think there's any registrar that will do that.
Some also say go and bring a paper from the hospital where the child was born.
Some registrars demand for immunization cards.
They demand for all manner of documents. Once you stand your ground that you don't want to pay, they begin to ask you which hospital was the person
born. Such things should be reported to me directly. Call my line.
We'll ask you for your number. So we'll ask them to have your number.
Call my line.
But let us go with.
If any registrar, asks for such thing.
Now, how many birth registration centers do we have in the FCT? Can you put a finger at?
Yeah, we have up to 164 or so.
Oh, which means there are very many.
Yes, many. There are many. I have the breakdown.
By local government?
Yes, even by local government.
Okay. Do you have these centers in private hospitals?
Yes, we have centers in all health facilities.
Including private hospitals?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes, because here in the FCT, we are in collaboration with the FCT Healthcare Board and then even the private healthcare.
So you have your registrars present in the private hospitals?
Of course. Yes.
I thought that you only
located like Zankli.
Zankli, for instance.
We have our registrars there. Of course. And then not only that, because of those who have their birth, in a traditional birth with traditional birth attendants, we have in some chiefs' palaces. In the palace, we have
for some traditional rulers.
Yes, to take care of
because unfortunately we see how people
don't
go to
the health facilities at all. They are taken care of.
So you have over 100.
We have 157
centers in the FCT.
In the FCT.
So anybody will not say it is too far from it, which means they are quite localized and they can get to.
Not at all. In Amak alone, we have 65.
Now let's talk about the challenges. What challenges do you have? And I want us to be very sincere in the course of doing because we're asking this question against the backdrop of what we have from the feed. What are the challenges what challenges do you have? Do you have enough resources for registrars of deaths and births? These people you are posted to this over 100. Are you able to meet what they require to do the job?
Yeah. Let me start first by saying that, of course, awareness is even still a problem. Like this issue of not paying, somebody demanding for pay. If you are aware of birth registration by the National Population Commission as the only agency of the government that is responsible for this and that it is free, why will somebody ask you to pay and then it will be a problem? You make sure you are the one that
you insist on your rights.
Yes. So, and most people are not even aware. People still go around with hospital birth notification, or even some in local government. So until they encounter, a situation where a demand is specifically placed that, look, you have to bring birth certificate of National Population Commission, because that is the one recognized nationally and internationally. So that's first problem. And I think that's the reason why we are here.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, but as for the personnel and their welfare, you can never have enough. Of course, we depend on those health facilities where we have our centers for ordinary things like table, chairs, and so on. They have to provide it for us and so on, So you can never have enough. But it's okay. It has been going and it's grew and we are growing. Of course, the technology too all this handwriting and so on. But the commission, I can assure you, is doing a lot to even automate the process. Very soon, there will not be biro and paper and so on. A handheld device will be used to register.
Are we going digital with this?
Of course, we are going digital. Yes, in fact, the as early as January, we're going to start the pilot project. At least one center will begin to use a handheld device to register BAD, so that the data will go straight to
the central server.
Now, before that comes to that, let me ask Madam Ebele, who is the HOD VETA registration. You get the reports from the field before you go to Mr. Bello and say, this is what we have, these are the challenges you have. They get to you first because you are the one in charge.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is the most important complaints you hear from your registrars?
Most times they will come up with a situation like maybe many parents, they may not register the baby or the child on time because there was a notice that when a child is over 60 days that will give birth to that child, they might charge some.
Is that in the rule?
But it has not been stabilized.
Okay.
So
we cannot take that as
no, not at all, because it has not been.
So why are your registrars raising them up when they are not supposed to raise them up? Because when you say not registered on time, the information we have, which is also correct, is that anybody who is under 18 years can walk to your office or to your registrars and get registered and get a birth certificate.
Yeah.
So why are your registrars raising these issues up?
It's just a way of maybe for them to collect money. Yeah. We still monitor them. We still caution them that should not be an excuse for them to do such.
Okay. I thank God that you have realized. You also have realized that they rake up some of these things in order to justify
what they are doing, which is not supposed to be.
In the course of our investigation, many of the registrars complained that they collect money from parents to register their children because there's no provision for logistics and transportation for them. How are you solving this problem, sir?
It's quite a difficult one, but we are on it. That is why in the last recruitment, we insisted that every ward or locality or area council should should be represented in the recruitment,
so that
they are closer to the locals. They will not have to be traveling,
transport themselves.
You recruit somebody from Kuje and he's posted to Amak to come and work daily. You know what it is. So instead, the recruitment, insist that people from particular place should be employed so that they can remain there and not have to demand.
Have you successfully done this?
Yeah, of course.
You have successfully done it. You can tell me now that somebody is in Abaji does not need anybody in Kwakwalada will not be asked to go and work in Abaji.
Yes.
So that it doesn't say they didn't give us money, because part of the complaints we got in our own field study is that they say, I ride Okada, I come here long distance. Who is going to pay me? My salary, how much is it?
Some also complained of pen. They were not given enough paper. They had to use their monies to photocopy materials.
Of course, sometimes they might run out of
stuff. So do you provide for that? How do you expect a staff to go and use his pen and paper, buy pen and paper, make photocopies, and will not demand from the people who are coming? Or how do you expect?
Yes, they also have to adduce all these reasons for what they are doing. And you did mention that nobody is punished. I have recommended a staff for even dismissal on account of extortion. And
when was that?
Racketeering.
When was that?
This year. Around is it July or so? Because his own he went too far.
It was gifted in racketeering.
Seriously, and even forging signature. Some of them even collecting for debt. Debt to issue debt certificate. When they are deep into such things. So So that is punishment.
We also have on record those who called in because of our program. We also open our phone call now. You will begin to hear the complaint. People will tell you how much. People collect as much as 15,000 naira for birth attestation in this time at your centers. And they will tell them, if you don't bring it, we will not give you.
It's not impossible.
So let us, before we go on the phone voyage, how do they reach you? You have told them, look, you can reach me. If anybody collects money or demands for money, you can call me. How do they reach you?
Yeah, they should have my phone number.
Yes, please. Can you give them your phone number by yourself?
Okay. 080 35 970 134.
You want to take that again?
Yeah. 080 35 970 134.
That is the Territorial Director, NPC. So you have no reason. If you are hearing us and you have taken that number, we'll take it before the end of the program again. You have no reason to say, I don't have anybody to complain to. They demanded for money. Just step aside and say, look, I am in so location.
Center, yeah.
I'm at so location and they are demanding for money. Please, can you talk to your guys so that they can give me my birth certificate? Because the government has paid for it. That's one of the benefits of being a citizen. They have paid for it. UNICEF also supports one way or the other for these things to go around. And the reason is because we need to know how many children are in Nigeria. If you don't register your child and you don't have birth certificate, the meaning is that your child is not on the data of the government. They don't even know she or he exists. So it's your entitlement. If anybody brings money, the director has said, you should call me. Call me and the person will face sanction.
My name is Shola.
Shola, thank you so much for joining us. You have heard our discussions. You have a question for the director, or you have a contribution, or you have something to tell us that you have experienced. Go ahead, please.
Please, where is their registration point?
It depends on where you are. There are over 150 in Abuja.
Within the FCT?
FCT is very big. We have 150.
Asokoro area.
There is one at Asokoro General Hospital.
Asokoro General Hospital. That is the district of Asokoro.
Yeah.
This is Destiny Anthony.
Destiny, thank
you. Yes, I'm glad you're able to bring Oga to the studio. But the only thing I want to, because your program has actually helped in reducing, particularly in FCT, where people listen to Nigeria for, has been able to reduce, this, registrars extorting people who came for those. So, but I would want him to do something in case anybody is sanctioned, any staff or somebody is sanctioned. It should also be mentioned, so that others will know, these people are serious. But I commend you, Mr. Ohiri, and your program for really picking on this. So then, Oga, we want to, and thank you for giving us your number. Oga do not want anybody to reach them, but it shows that you're really out to serve us, and really appreciate you on that. If there is anything, we'll reach you out, but please always come on, on the show. The more you talk, people will get enlightened. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have more. The phones are coming on, and please make it as brief as possible so that we can give more time to everybody. Hello.
My name is Amandi. I'm calling you from there.
Amandi. Okay, go ahead.
Amandi, I'm calling you from there. Yes, my question is this. I have my children in the early 90s. The youngest among all of them now is around 17 years age. And I registered them at Lagos. I have them in Lagos. But in the process of starting from one place to another, I misplaced all the certificates. And at a time, they demanded it. I think when one of my child wanted to enter into a school, and I go and did the affidavit from the cops. So what am I going to do about it now? Because one of them was asking me about it. He said he wants to go and do national ID card. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we are hearing you.
So one of them now say he wants to go.
I think we are very clear with you. You have misplaced your for your children. They have misplaced their. We'll answer it. Let's take more call. He's taking note. He will answer it subsequently. Hello.
My question is this. Oga Director, if any of your staff is found wanting in trying to collect money from Nigerians, what is the punishment? And is it going to be made public? Because I have seen from your body language that you are willing to serve Nigerians. And God bless you for taking up that responsibility to serve Nigerians. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. We are harvesting the questions. We'll ask Mr. Bello to answer those questions. Yeah, hello.
This is Mayas from Kubwa.
Yeah.
Please, can we have the director's phone number again for the benefit of everyone listening?
I'll quickly give it out now.
0803 597 0134.
Once again.
0803 597 0134.
Okay, let's take the next call. Hello.
My name is Chooks.
Chooks. You are
I'm
calling from where?
From Secretariat, Federal Secretariat.
Chooks from Secretariat.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
My question is, when is this thing starting? When is the starting point, period? Because I don't know whether it's starting this month or this year.
Which of them now? Is it the demarcation?
Yeah.
Okay.
The registration.
Okay, we'll also let you know about that. Let's go ahead. We will tell you about that. Hello. Your name?
My name is Joseph. I'm calling from Dede right now.
Joseph from Dede. Thank you.
Please, when I heard the program, when you highlighted it last time, I went to Worcester General Hospital to check for my children. They asked me to collect money. Even when I told them that I had the radio that is free, they didn't listen to me. So I want these people that you invite today to go to Digitize themselves and go to all these general hospitals and check. Even if you go to Worcester General Hospital now, after I'm talking to you, they are registered and collecting money.
How much did they ask you to pay?
I'll pay 1.5.
And you paid?
The other one, paid? Yes, I have to pay because my child wants to register. She graduated from knowledge. I want to enter.
Were you aware before now that?
Yes.
You were aware that
I wasn't aware that it's free until when you highlighted it on this program last time. Okay. So I went there with that mindset that I've heard in the radio that this is free. Why are you collecting money? Say that one is their own, that they are doing their work here.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Mr. Bello is taking note. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, good day. My name is Mike calling from Lifecam.
Mike from Lifecam.
Yes.
Go ahead.
What if you already have your baby certificate? Birth certificate before when you give birth in the hospital?
The certificate in the hospital is not birth certificate. Whatever paper they give to you in the hospital, at best, is just information. It is not a certificate. Yeah, you have to take that information to the NPC office, and then they will give you the birth certificate. Your child, as I'm speaking now, it's not in the record of Nigeria that there's a child by the name that you have given to the child. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Musa.
Musa from where, please?
From my time in Abuja.
Okay, sir. Your contribution.
Yes. At what age do you say can collect the NPC certificate of birth?
From 0 age to that is from day 1 to 17 years. It's free of charge.
17 above cannot collect.
Now 18 and above you can collect, but they give you the process. You swear to an affidavit and they give you a birth attestation
of birth.
That attestation is 2,500. Don't pay 15,000. Don't pay even 1 naira above it. Thank you. Okay. I will just take one more now and then allow our guests to respond. Hello.
Emmanuel from Suleja.
You need to move away from your radio set, please.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I've done that.
Okay.
Is it okay now, sir?
We can barely hear you, but there's still noise. Go ahead.
All right. I want to beg our invitees in the studio to make a proper analysis to the people. You know, so there are some people like there's something that happened last week in the General Hospital in Suleja. Some people came to collect for their children and they were asked to pay money. And I told them that they are not supposed to pay.
Thank you for that.
So when they saw the way I emphasized on it and they did not pay and they collected the certificate, so there need to be more emphasis on people, both in English and in Hausa language, so that the people will be carried along.
Thank you. Thank you for standing up. That is how to stand up actually for your people. We'll take just one and then we ask Bello to come in. One more call. Hello. Please tell us your name before you go ahead.
Christian.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there any center in Metama Hospital?
Yes.
Of course. Okay. Someone can walk in there and
there's a registrar there as we are talking now at Metama District Hospital.
Does it have a deadline?
It doesn't have a deadline.
Anytime.
Just go during the office hours. Go there and somebody will attend to you. Don't pay anybody. If they pay you, call the number that we have given you. Insist and they will give you this birth certificate.
Okay.
The government is so good. They have paid for you already. All right. Let's quickly. Adabi, you were taking some of the questions. the questions that came up, just so that Bello can be. I don't know if you.
Okay, one of them asked the procedure for him to get a misplaced certificate.
Yes, if somebody misplaced. Because what we have discovered is that because it is not digital, I can actually go to my Tama General Hospital.
Yeah.
And then register. If it's missing, I misplaced it, I can go to another place. There's not. How do we get a misplaced?
Yeah, we are contending with that problem. That is why the board has taken seriously the moving the registration to the next level, which is actual digitization of the process and automation. So I think
how soon will this automation happen?
By next year.
By next year,
yes, because we are in the process of even identifying centers for it now. Okay, so like I said, it is going to be first of all a pilot scheme, so that as we move on, we'll be able to expand it properly. Of course, it even started before, but because of the cost that is
because
involved.
What you did at that time was
there was a private partnership.
Yeah, that was why they were charging money.
Yes. So, and
which is why some of your officials are still charging money.
Of course, the charge was so high.
But when it happens, are citizens going to pay?
No,
you are making it. You are going to make it free.
Because I think the government is intervening seriously to ensure that the cost is not. They bear the cost, just like you have informed them.
Okay. Someone also wants to know the age bracket for the birth certificates.
Age bracket for the we have said age 1 from day 1, okay, to 17.
To 17.
Yes, actually, by the act of 60 birth registration, compulsory, constitution. That's what the constitution says. Compulsory registration. It's supposed to be 60 days. Within 60 days that the child is born, you are supposed to register. And of course,
that is actually the only way you can actually know how many people were born.
Thank you.
It makes sense.
So, but because of lack of awareness, nobody, adhere to such. However, magnanimously, the government say, okay, up to age 17, let it be free. You are supposed to even be penalized if you have a child and you don't register within 60 days of birth, So, but after age 17, from 18 and above, that little is charged for attestation. And at that point, what you need to do is to go to court first, because after such a long years, nobody really know what the age of the child is and when exactly.
So you have to go
to the court, swear to an affidavit
of age declaration.
Yes, no, not affidavit, statutory declaration of age. Okay, then you now bring it to our office for official registration.
So your registrars should not collect more than 2,500.
Yes, and in that case, you don't go to registrar. You must come to the state office, state headquarters.
And where is your office in FCT?
For now, we are in number 17, Lingu Crescent off Aminu Kanu.
And Wuse
So for attestation of birth, that is the office.
Yes, that is the only. You don't know the registration centers. It's not their responsibility to do that. Yeah.
We have a suggestion from Hamzi from Gwarimpa, and he says we should please run jingles in local dialects on radio and TV stations, and also print pamphlets or flyers stating that birth registration is free. That's a suggestion. But at Primorg, we have done that. We have flyers, we have posters, which we've taken to the different hospitals that we've been to.
My sister, it is never enough. I'm telling you now. If you know the work done by UNICEF, seriously, UNICEF 2017 embarked on serious media campaign, to ensure that people get to know. Yet, so it is continuous thing. Of course, CRV itself, that is Civil Registration and Vital Statistics. That is what we call it actually. Mm-hmm. Civil Registration and Vital Statistics is supposed to be permanent and continuous registration of vital event. And that vital event, the most important one actually is with birth. When you come to this world, Of course, the commission even had more responsibility. For instance, with the day you marry to, we are supposed to issue you with a marriage certificate. When you divorce, you're supposed to come to us and we issue you divorce certificate. When you separate, you're supposed to come and we issue. These are all vital events. Then finally, when you die, yes, finally when you die, we issue a certificate. That of death now is not even stillbirth. Okay, if you had a birth and it's a stillbirth, it's supposed to
notify NPC.
Notify.
I guess that you will never have anybody coming for that.
No, nobody. So even that, the only time they come for death certificate is
when they are
when they want to get their money, with the bank or pension and so on.
Is that why your officials also charge money even for death certificate?
I can't say for death, but we are on it. You see, sincerely speaking, somebody said we should run jingle. I think it is all of us. It is a collective responsibility. Let all of us stand and say no to it. It's like corruption, okay? And I am so happy about Mr. Abusurim, what you people are doing. This is a good job. I hope God will reward you people for this, because we can't afford all this campaign. Sometimes it can be costly.
Yeah.
In the past we have gone to use traditional whatever chiefs and so on to do a campaign that this thing is free. We have printed billboards and so on, but still it has continued. Now let me answer specifically some of the first person who called and said the certificate is lost.
Yes.
Yeah. All you need is go to court, get a statutory declaration of it. First of all, you can have police affidavit, okay, to show that, yes, it is lost. Yeah. Now, but if the age of that child is gone, like he said, I think the last one he said is 22.
The last one is 17.
No, is it 17? Okay. If it's 17, we will still issue a birth certificate. But if it's above 18 and above, we now issue attestation to the person. Now, on the issue of punishment, remember, all our registrars are civil servants, and there is prescribed punishment for anybody.
Rules.
So we are subject to civil service rule. We don't punish outside of the civil service rule. Okay. First of all, if you are one, then a query. If you continue, then a more severe punishment, will be meted out to anybody. Yes. Now on the demarcation actually has started. Okay. Demarcation has started on the 5th of December and is continuing till around 24, 25. Okay, that we hope is the first phase. The second phase will now continue from January.
After the holiday.
Yes, after the holiday.
All right.
And we are hoping to finish. If we don't finish, we extend the period.
All right. We must appreciate Bello Suleiman, the Territorial Director of the National Population Commission, for coming on the program. And we also want to appreciate Ebere Wambu, Wambu, HOD Vital Registration, NPC in Abuja. Thank you so much for the information. But let us just hear the last from Madam. Madam, you taking a message to your registrars from this program. Yeah. What kind of message are you taking to them?
Well, I will only tell them to be serious with whatever they're doing, because whatever they're doing there, we must get the feedback. So they should try and go with the rules and regulation that we give them. The birth certificate is free. Nobody should collect any kobo from any man or any woman in during the process of registration.
You don't know how sweet this one is for my ears. So that's why I want Mr. Bello to also say something before you go. What do we tell the registrars while there? Those who are complaining, we don't have enough money to do this, that's why we are collecting money. What you just give them your own last. Do I say last money now?
Publicly, but yeah, there is no any excuse that will excuse you from being punished when you are caught extorting. It's extortion. Nobody has fixed any fee for you to collect for registering somebody. You should know that this is constitutional, what you are doing, okay? This child must be registered constitutionally. So if you are doing that and you want to extort money, well, you have yourself to blame. I'm sure you are aware that I have recommended some people for dismissal already. Their case is being attended to. So don't do what will bring you to a bad light in the eye of the public.
Thank
Please.
you. Thank you. And we want to also encourage those citizens out there, insist. You heard somebody who called who said he insisted and they were given. Please insist. There are those who will tell you pay. They just want to find out if you have knowledge. And you go and pay 500 naira, 1,000 naira. Insist. And you will get the best certificate free. As we say in Abuja here, Baba has paid for it. And we need to get it free of charge. If we pay for so many things and this one is free, you don't need to pay anybody. Remember that the money don't go to the government coffers. You are just giving a pot of soup to some registrars who are collecting the money and going home smiling on your ignorance. This is where we wrap up the program today. We want to thank you so much for staying tuned. I want to thank Mr. Bello and Mr. Ebele for coming on the program. Please visit our page on our website, the news, that is news.primorg.org, and that is news.primorg.org for all the details of our reports and interviews. They are all there. Our videos are also on Primorg TV. That is our YouTube channel. That is Primorg TV. And our website, again, is primorg.org, www.primorg.org. We're also available on all the social media platforms. And that will be.
And please remember that you don't have to pay for birth certificate of your child if that child is under the age of 18. Don't partake in the corruption in the registration process. And also drop us a message on our email, which is info@primorg.org, or send us a message on 0902-265-6167.
We are available at Primorg on our social media platforms at Official Primorg, whether it's Twitter or it is Instagram or Facebook. We are just there. Public Conscience on Radio is produced by the Progressive Impact Organization for Community Development, Primorg. The program is supported by the John D. and Ketri T. MacArthur Foundation, committed to building a more just, verdant, and peaceful world. Get more information from their website at macfound.org.
I am Adaobi Obiabomo.
And I'm Okiri Agbonsuremi. Remember to join us and celebrate peacefully outside of corruption during the Christmas and the Yuletide festival.